Hey guys, I wanted to kind of have a heart to heart with you guys, pop up on here, and just talk about my point of view with things. And I don't want to get things misconstrued. Okay, I had a comment here that is clearly just showing to me that I'm not clearly defining myself with these videos. So somebody said to me, "Hey, great info on my last video." Which, if you haven't seen my last video, it was about creating your own print-on-demand store. And he said, "You seem to do a lot of Redbubble videos. Are you getting away from that platform in favor of Printbase?" And so people are thinking that I'm leaving Redbubble to do videos for Printbase or Shopbase, and you guys know that where I make videos is essentially where my heart lies, where I'm busy, where I'm doing things. But that's not 100% the case with this. I still make Redbubble content, I actually designs. I just don't do it like I used to. Something that I want you guys to understand is all of 2022 pretty much, except for the last 2 months because I started in 2021. There was a period of time for a year, for literally a whole year, 12 months, where I uploaded 60 designs a day, every single day for Redbubble. And meanwhile, that's not something that everybody could do. It's definitely something that I could recommend if somebody had the ability to do that, because it did really, really help boost my income on Redbubble. I mean, I'm just going to post a video soon about my largest Redbubble store producing something like 13K or something like that for the year. I think a little bit more than that. I'll post that video soon. But like I said, what I'm trying to say here is that I'm not leaving Redbubble. I'm not leaving Zazzle. I'm not leaving any of these things. I'm just always looking for more opportunities to be able to expand. And I've done a lot of effort in these platforms: Zazzle, Redbubble, Society6, TeePublic. If you combine the amount of effort that I did in terms of designs and the work and the income that's produced, that's years and years and years of work in 1 year of something that I would normally do. You get what I'm trying to say? And the reason why I was able to do that is because I put my head to it and I made it a priority. That's the only case. And since it was that much of a priority for me when I was talking about it at the time and I was making videos about it, is because it was always on my mind, right? I was something that I was always thinking about. Creating content for it was just a natural, I guess you could say, evolution of the whole entire process. I mean, think of it this way. I'm doing 60 designs a day on Redbubble. I'm taking some of those designs. I'm slapping them on TeePublic. Then I'm going for Zazzle, and I'm creating custom stuff on Zazzle. I'm doing the keyword research on Zazzle, figuring out how to do the designs. Then I'm going to Society6. I'm using the unlimited photos to put them on Society6. And I do this every day, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. Doing this every day without a single break. Of course, it's going to be on my mind, and of course, I'm going to make videos around it. But just because I'm making videos around something else now, and it's not even like I am. I mean, I think I dropped a Redbubble video, I think pretty recently, like maybe a couple days ago, I think. Where is it here? Right here. 3 days ago. Okay? It's not like I'm walking away from these things. I conquered, I could say, I'm just going to confidently say it. I've conquered an area of learning how to make money on Redbubble. I've conquered it. I've done very, very well. I have 17 stores. They all produce income. Like I said, the highest one produced like 13K. And I've done very well. But it's not because I got lucky. It's because I've done the work. And this is a new thing that I guess you could say gets me going, and it gets me motivated, gets me inspired. And, there's a lot of things that I do day in, day out that you guys don't see. So, for example, I've spoken about this before, but I have a portfolio of blogs. And these blogging websites, they all have responsibilities that I need to take care of. So now what I do is the income that I earn, or some of the income, I divert it towards virtual assistants. And I put those virtual assistants on Redbubble, and I get them working. And really what that forces me to do is that forces me to have to be in the up and up with Redbubble and all these other platforms all the time. I really have to understand what's going on a micro level all the time on these platforms. I can never really abandon them because, like I said, I have too much assets over there to just walk away from it. It's just, it doesn't make sense. And first of all, I'm never going to delete my accounts. So for anybody who's even suggesting that, that's never going to happen. I produce way too much income on those platforms to delete them. That doesn't even make sense. That's first of all. Second of all, I have no ill will, ill intention, anger, or any kind of negativity towards these platforms. These platforms are a blessing for so many people and for myself. Yes, do they ban and delete people? Yes. Do they unjustly take people's accounts down? Yes. Do they allow tag spammers to exist? Yes. Do they allow all these things? Yes, there's a lot of negativity on there. But if you really apply yourself and you have the opportunity without getting your account banned, you can do a lot on there. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from something that I've read out of a book. You get what I'm trying to say? So at the end of the day, it's not like I'm abandoning these platforms, and I'm not moving from one to another. All I'm saying is that it's important to be diversified in my point of view. I'm not telling you guys that you have to as well, but that's something that I personally do, and I am always going to keep some sort of flow coming out of these places because I've already kind of mastered them. And I don't want to use that word master because obviously you don't know what you don't know. But I feel like if somebody did as much effort as I did this last year into these platforms that I've mentioned, the Zazzle, Society6, Redbubble, TeePublic, if anybody put that much effort as much as I did, I mean, you're going to get pretty damn good at it. It's just, there's no other way to say it. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm not walking away from these platforms. I've spoken about this before, but like halfway into that journey of posting every single day, 60 designs a day on Redbubble, it gets to a point where you can predict what is going to sell when it sells. You get to that point. And like I said, I've broken it down, even with the courses, guys. The courses, the autopilotpassiveincome.com courses, right? The POD design course, the tag course. All of these courses existed out of the effort that I put in. And I don't make these things up. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that we shared in the course, you can't make these things. You can't just randomly think about these things. Or I'll show you this, the POD design course. You guys saw me create over 60 designs in 34 minutes. That doesn't happen by random. I was doing that over and over and over and over again. You create a system after doing something over again, right? So my point here is that I'm not moving away from Redbubble. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to move away from TeePublic or move away from Zazzle. I'm not going to move away from Society6. I'm not changing the platforms that I'm going on. What I'm doing is I'm keeping my success there and I'm growing my success there through virtual assistants and occasionally myself, because I do have to always make sure that I'm still brushed up and I still understand the platforms and I still do very well. I don't want to forget those things, but I'm also expanding, okay? I'm also expanding. So I essentially, put it this way, as a kind of like a Viking analogy, I'm raiding a location, I'm conquering it, I'm leaving some settlement there, and then I'm moving on to a new location, conquering that location as well. And that's how I just move, guys. I move in a direction where I'm going to go find something. I'm going to do well in it. I'm going to move on to the next, do well in that, and move on to the next and do well in that. But before I move on to the next, I have to make sure I'm extremely proficient in what I am in now. That's essentially where I'm at. And like I said, I create content around what I do and what I'm interested in. And so at the time, I was posting literally every single day to Redbubble with no breaks, 60 times a day. So, of course, a lot of my videos are going to be Redbubble based. You know, obviously, I did make some Zazzle videos here and there. I did make some Etsy videos here and there. Etsy's another thing that we don't even talk about, but I do very well on Etsy. And I don't talk about it because it's like, how many videos can I do a day? You know what I'm saying? And I don't have that much time. So, to put it all together, I'm not complaining. I'm just simply saying, and I want to make this clear to everybody, just because I make videos about other platforms, I don't want you to assume that I've walked away from the older platforms. I still use them. I still make money off them. I still have virtual assistants working on them. And that's not going to change. As long as the business is profit positive, that's not going to change. I'm still going to do those things. However, I do believe in expansion. And that's just what I'm doing now. So I will make videos of other platforms. I will make, the tutorials and things like that. In fact, I think I have one scheduled for, I think it was Zazzle. Is it Zazzle? Etsy. I think it might have been Etsy and Zazzle. I'm not sure. But we have other videos coming soon for other platforms as well, the older platforms. And we're doing a mix of everything, really. Because at the end of the day, if you do print on demand, right? And if you are on these marketplaces, you probably know for the average person, you're probably not going to generate a full-time income just off of one platform unless you go insanely dedicated to that one platform. Okay, unless you're insanely dedicated to that one platform, you're probably not going to produce a full-time income. That's why you jump on other platforms, and also just for the creative process. I mean, Zazzle and Redbubble are two extremely different platforms. Could you take the same designs and post them? Yes, you could. But at the end of the day, it's a different creative process. It's something that intrigues people, and everybody's looking for the new thing, as always. So please, guys, don't take me wrong. I am still on those older platforms, and I'm not going to leave them. It's just something new that's interesting to me that I'm working on currently to do well on. All right, so that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Bye.